Kingstonian's pre-season continued here at Cobham with a 4-1 win. Hayden, it was 4-0 at half-time. Is that a bit of a game of two halves?
Absolutely. And it's always disappointing when the second half doesn't replicate the first half. But I've seen it a million times in pre-season, is the truth. The work was done in the first half, and the work was good in the first half. In the second half, due to a number of things, I think, we certainly didn't reach those high standards.
It's interesting because second half we actually had the wind at our backs as opposed to the first half going into it. Did that actually make things trickier?
It shouldn't really matter with the dynamic of the way that we play, because, let's be fair, it's not a team that goes from back to front at all. When the ball's on the floor, it shouldn't really matter.
Because some of those through balls in the second half felt like they were perhaps overrunning a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I would agree with that, but I think that if you played between the lines as we did in the first half, it wouldn't have mattered. I think today is a day where I'd much prefer to concentrate on the first 45 minutes.
Yeah.
The first 45 minutes, we started work on obviously a new shape that I don't think I've employed at all since I've been here. And the truth is, it was a little bit open at times, but the truth is, it gave us a great dynamic with the ball. So I was pleased with that, and I thought the attitude of the players, as always, was great. A lot of the boys did very well. Notably Tom Richards, I would say, on the left-hand side, was very good. And in the second half, we didn't really replicate that.
How pleased were you though with the team going forward in the first half? We scored 4, but it felt like if we'd have come in at half time with 7, it wouldn't have been ridiculous. How pleased were you with that?
Yeah, absolutely. The cameraman's
I'm getting
like, he's like Ali's like a.
We're trying to social distance here, Ali. And you're telling me where to go.
I think the ideas with the ball in the first half is synonymous with the team. The ideas in the ball in the first half I thought were very good. I was really pleased. As was the way that we worked hard to press and win the ball high up the pitch. Someone like Omar Lawson did that really well today. Gus gives us the great opportunity to do that with his legs, with his engine. So I was pleased with that. And of course, always nice to see the new partnership up front, both of the lads scoring.
Yeah, I mean that first goal, the interplay between Buchanan and Andrews, and then that really sharp finish as well. I thought that was really good to see. I haven't seen Andrews play for Cape. Are Lawson and Sal giving us a few selection problems, considering how good Cav and Beanie were as a partnership last season? I thought the two of them in the first half in particular really stood out.
I think they've done really well. I think they've done really well throughout pre-season. Omar was brought into the football club late. Unfortunately, due obviously the lockdown, we didn't have the opportunity to work with him as I wanted to. But this is someone that naturally fits into the way that we want to play football. I think not only technically is he good, he gives us good ideas, but there's a great mobility in the midfield now. And the one thing that you can always rely on with Gus is, in addition to, I would say, being our best player in pre-season probably, he gives the midfield an amazing mobility. So yeah, they're giving us problems. I have to say that I think Tom Kavanagh has come back and done very well, and with a little bit of luck we'll see Kenny Beanie fit to play with us. So there's a few headaches coming my way, I suspect, but good ones.
You mentioned the change of shape. We played for 3 centre-backs tonight. One of them being Ollie Cook's first game in 7-8 months. How good was that to see him back tonight?
Oh, it was great to see him back, and credit to Ollie. He's been through a difficult time. It's probably been the most serious injury that he's had as a young player, but he's come through it. I'd like to thank Steve and Jamie for really nursing him through it, and more recently Kevin has worked with him one-on-one on the programme of rehabilitation that Steve Allen has designed for him, and that's really accelerated his progress. So it was really good to see him today, and I thought, considering it was his first goal since the Leamington replay, seems a long time ago that now, doesn't it? A lot's happened since then. If you take that into consideration, I thought he did very well.
Shame he gave away a penalty.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, yeah, it was. I'll tell you what happened with that. I knew what happened with that, and he confirmed it when he came off the pitch. unfortunately, sometimes when you come to places like this, the floodlights are not the greatest. They're perfectly adequate, don't get me wrong, but you just lost the flight of the ball in the lights. So a ball that we know how good Cookie is at attacking the ball, suddenly he's come to attack the ball, he's lost it in the lights, and it's got a little bit messy. But fair play to Cobham. They won the second half 1-0. I thought that normally in that situation, if you look at Collier's Wood last week, Collier's Wood died a little bit after the first half. These players played with an amazing spirit for Cobham in the second half. They gave a great account of themselves. And again, really pleased to be here. Credit to the groundsman, great pitch, really, really nice club, and hopefully we can form a relationship with Cobham, and hopefully they'll do really well this season.
There was a bit of speculation behind the goal tonight. I know we've got so many options going forward, but there was a lot of speculation about one particular name. I realise that the legal side is tricky at the moment, but can you confirm about your interest in Lionel Messi and whether he'd get in this team at the moment?
We've spoken to his representatives, I've spoken to the club, and I think we could probably afford him for the first 90 seconds of the warm-up. But that actually wouldn't matter, because just imagine he'd pack the place out just to come and see him warming up, wouldn't he?
How much do we have to boost the budget by?
Quite a lot, I would say, but we'll use that opportunity to go and see John McCormack, boost the budget, 12th man scheme going very well. Thank you very much, everybody. And no, seriously, the Supporters Club really stepped up with that, and the Supporters Club are helping subsidise and support the budget to see some of these players out here.
Yeah, the squad seems big. It seems like there are a lot of options. Are we going to have this whole squad come the start of the season?
Well, that remains to be seen, is the truth. And what I mean by that is, in my experience of situations like this, it's not that I will release people so much, is that the players, we are now approaching the time in pre-season where players start to question if they're going to play. So players may know that they can go and play regularly elsewhere. If they come to me and they ask the question, I'll tell them the truth. If I don't think I can give them 80% of the games and they want to go and look elsewhere, I get that, I respect that. So I think the squad will naturally thin out. But all of that said, at the moment we need everybody, and players are naturally getting their opportunity. We seem to be really unlucky, and I can tell you that, I'm speaking to Steve Allen in the medical department, I'm speaking to Jamie, I'm analysing very closely the way that we work on the training ground, I'm analysing very closely the warm-up, I'm looking at the facts of our conditioning, and it's really unfortunate that every game, whether it's Andre, whether it was Fabio, whether it was Tom, whether it's Simon today, we seem to be picking up injury after injury. So if you think about it, when you look at the players that we've got on the sideline, we've needed that big squad. But hopefully you'll see them slowly coming back and we won't lose any more.
Great, well I'd love to ask you plenty more, but Ali's phone's about to run out of battery.
This is the guy that was the director that was moaning about the social distances and the quality of the questions.
Never worked with children, animals, or Ali Kazemi, clearly. So yeah, well done tonight. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
I don't think we can say where we'll see you soon, can we?
Saturday.
Can we say where?
Absolutely.
Okay. We're at Aveley?
Aveley Saturday. We're at Aveley on Saturday.
And we've got a home friendly a week tonight. Can we say that yet?
Well, I think you just
I've just said it. We've got a home friendly a week tonight, so we might see you then.